Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Valoria goes left. Valoria flips it up and in!
Orlan Lamar, but Lamar gets the step and the finish.
Hail Mary. June Manzo will fire.
Oh my goodness! June Manzo all the way from Serrano, Bejuelo, Serrano with the plastic. Fuentes, no hesitation, gets it to go. No! Obisto, yeah! Jason Obisto with a putback!
The Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7 is back in the city of Biñan. We are at the Alonte Sports Arena for a big game tonight as the home team, the Biñan Tatak Gel, under pressure after a defeat last Saturday. They will try to bounce back against Alan Mina and the rest of the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. The Cowboys also suffering heartbreak in Quezon last Saturday. And they also have a target in mind tonight, but Kenny Rocacurva and Biñan will look to turn things around as Biñan has struggled to begin the season. Yan po ang ating laban ngayon. Ilagan with a 2-2 record taking on Biñan with a 1-3 record dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. Magandang gabi mga kaliga sa Daf 2 Pass, kasama si Javi Palanya. Sidney Crespo is at courtside. And Javi, under pressure itong Biñan. We know that they are one of the top teams, especially in the South Division, but early season struggles para sa kanila.
Yeah, correct. You know, they're trying to see how the new guys fit in dito sa kanilang roster. We know that this team is filled with a lot of MPBL veterans, a lot of ex-PBA players. But Coach Boyd Fernandez, tinitingnan ba kung ano ang tamang timpla para sa Biñan dito sa season na to?
Mapapanood yung MPBL on our Facebook page, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, also on our YouTube channel. And syempre, we are live on Solar Sports. And syempre, itong Ilagan Isabela, they were a bit heartbroken by the result of the last game, but also at the same time yung consequence ng game na yun, because they felt they already lost one of the key men for this one, and for more, especially sa nangyari dun sa kay Art de la Cruz. Let's bring in Sidney Crespo, who has an update on Art de la Cruz, who is suiting up tonight. Sidney, kamusta yung si Art de la Cruz and the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys?
Yes, Adelph, Art de la Cruz will be playing for Coach Louie Gonzalez and Ilagan Isabela Cowboys tonight after their successful appeal to the office of the commissioner. No, kwento nga ni Coach Louie that Art showed remorse immediately after the game, after he realized the importance of his presence to the team. Nagsorry rin siya sa kanyang teammates because for Art, he should have taken the higher road and showed more maturity in this team. For now, happy si Coach Louie that his leader is back on the floor. Sadel?
Maraming salamat, Sidney, and good news para dito sa Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. That's their leading scorer and their leading rebounder back for this game, because he got ejected in the previous game, which we will show. No, itong resulta nila in their last game, they fell short, but this was a classic, to say the least. Ang ganda ng laban na to.
Correct. You know, this game really went down to the final possession. This game had 11 ties and 15 lead changes. Alan Mina really stepped up in the second half, scored 13 of his 19 points there, especially when Art de la Cruz was ejected early in the second half. He really stepped up in terms of scoring para dito sa Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. But you look at the numbers here, halos pare-pareho lang. A +3 in terms of 3-point shots, but the turnovers, again, this has been a common problem for Ilagan early here in the season. But Coach Louie is not at all that worried because because he knows that his system medyo mahirap rin talaga intindihin because there are a lot of things to understand. But he's confident in his boys that they will bounce back in this game.
Oo, no, lalo na nandyan si Art de la Cruz who is averaging almost a double-double per outing dito sa ating season. And Ilagan, Isabela, they're making some noise. No? They've fallen short against Pasay and Pangasinan. But we all know na malalakas yung mga kupunan na yon. And sabi niya naman, the strength of the schedule maybe, but also it has not looked that nice para sa kanila, to say the least, sa first 4 games nila, although they won 1 of them.
Yeah, compared to what we're used to seeing from the Biñan Tatak Gel from last season, a lot of the veterans usually on their roster, but Coach Boy Fernandez is experimenting with a lot of the new guys, the young guys, especially Renzo Sobido, who's one of their newest additions. You see here their numbers from that game against Quezon. They were staring at an 18-point lead entering halftime, but they were able to make headway in the third quarter, only to falter in the end game. This was such a great team effort for the Quezon Huskers. Aside from being able to limit Biñan to just 64 points, they scored 15 3-point shots in that game, while scoring 49.1% overall in that match.
Oh, plenty of time for Biñan to turn things around, and it starts tonight as they take on the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. Let's go to Miguel Parade for the starting lineup.
Alan Mina. Also at guard, number 24, Sean Quitevis. Coming in at center, number 25, RJ Arenal. Forward, number 23, Josh Galliano. And the other forward, number 19, Art de la Cruz. Their head coach is Louis Gonzalez. Assistant coaches, Mixon Ramos, Eric De La Cuesta, Hans Robles, Alex Caluang, and Ethel Tacorda. Coaching consultant, Glenn Capaccio. Team managers, JB Diaz, EJ Diaz, and Georgie Fournier. Team governors are Ricky Lagui and Joey Fournier. Team owners are J.O. Diaz, Governor Rodito Albano, and Mayor J. Diaz. And now, Biñan City, get on your feet, because it's time to meet the starting unit of your Biñan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle GameX. Starting at forward, number 7, Joseph Peña Redondo. Also at forward, number 31, Jamar Gimpayan. To guard, number 77, JJ Pido. Also at guard, number 0, Pamboy Raymundo. And at center, number 9, KG Canaleta. The head coach for Biñan is Boyet Fernandez. Assistant coaches, Gino Manansala, Gino Manuel, Eliazar Cabutotan, and JR Manansala. Team manager, Jojo Conanan. LGU partners, Vice Chelolonte, with Ruben Tan and Monching Talisayon.
Our starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet. Ilagan Isabela Cowboys looking for win number 3. They will start with Alan Mina, Sean Quitevis, RJ Arenal, Josh Galliano, and Art de la Cruz. Biñan, the home team, has Pamboy Raymundo, JJ Pido, KG Canaleta, Jamar Himpayan, and Joseph Peña Redondo.
No Carlo Lastimosa in the starting lineup para dito sa Biñan. No Big Boy Hernandez as well. Opting to go with Joseph Peña Redondo and JJ Pido for this one.
I feel this is a more defensive unit to start the game for Coach Boyet Fernandez.
I'm sure di niya pinagkakaila na matindi rin naman ang firepower na meron itong Ilagan Isabela Cowboys.
Offensive rebound ends up with Peña Redondo. Canaleta launches the 3. May have stepped on the line there. Pido is blocked by De La Cruz. Here's Sean Quitevis. Alan Mina, they go down low to Arenal quickly. Quitevis to De La Cruz. Art, atake. Gets it to Arenal. 3 players ganging up on him. Galliano is free and he lays it in.
I thought Art already had the basket. He was driving to his right, but still opted to get it to RJ Arenal. And the Cowboys still managing to get 2 points galing kay Josh Galliano.
JJ Pido gives it up to Pamboy Raymundo. Labas kay Peña Redondo. Jumper is good para kay Joseph Peña Redondo. Good sign para kay Joseph Peña-Redondo.
Peña Redondo is a guy that has been in the system of Coach Boyet for quite some time already. Minsan marami ang playing time niya, minsan di rin talaga siya ginagamit. But he is here in this lineup right now to start and provide some energy, especially on the defensive end, as Art de la Cruz scores his first basket here in this game.
I like the move from Art de la Cruz there. Well defended as well. Pido gives it up to Pamboy. They go to Himpayan. Raimundo with a jumper. No good. Art de la Cruz.
Yeah, outside of KG Canaleta and maybe Pamboy Raimundo, this Biñan team might have to lean on JJ Pido as well to score para sa kanila.
Yeah, the hustle and the hard work of Josh Galliano dun sa ilalim. Winning that loose ball battle.
I believe, that's one of the things that he really had to learn also here playing under Coach Louie Gonzalez. Ito si Josh Galliano. Not to say that he didn't have that playing for Coach Mike Sagigit, but you know that Coach Louie Gonzalez, he demands triple the effort on the defensive end, especially when you go for those 50-50 balls. Ang sinasabi ko nga kay Coach Louie when he had a conversation after the game last Saturday, I told him, Coach, don't worry. I mean, I've been a big fan of yours even before tayo magkakilala.
Okay yun ah.
Yeah, kasi si Coach Louie, naging coach ko na rin sa junior NBA back then in 2008, where I had batchmates like Mac Talio, Chris Porter, Carlo Escalambre, Jay Havelosa.
Such an illustrious list.
Yes.
Thank you, Javi Palanya, for gracing me with your presence here in the panel.
No. I'm just very happy to be part of that illustrious roster of players. Mactalio was our MVP in that camp.
No surprise.
Camp.
No surprise,
Yes.
Chair. Pagaling ka, idol.
Yeah, we hope to see you on the floor soon. Di pa siya naglalaro this season, no?
No, he played one game.
The first game.
Second, dito sa Biñan. Actually won that game handily. Fresh 14 here for the Cowboys. Galliano, jumper, in and out. Labanan sa rebound, ends up with the big boy Hernandez. And JJ Pido. There's a switch here. Ketevis on Himpayan. Pamboy on Art. Himpayan trying to find big boy inside, and Arenal fouls him, and big boy Hernandez making an immediate impact.
You love the spunk being shown by Kristan Big Boy Hernandez here. He draws Ketevis on the switch, and that's a nice pass coming from Himpayan on top. And he shows the muscle there, flexing it. But if you're Coach Boyd Fernandez, you would love for Kristan Hernandez to maybe tone it down a bit sometimes.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Parang si, lang yan eh. Alam mo naman dito, baka pag lumabas ng passion mo, baka ma-technical.
Mismo. Alam ni Art de la Cruz yan.
Allen Mina, the pick by Arenal. Mina with a jumper. Too strong. Rebound. Nakuha ni Pamboy Raimundo. Quickly to JJ Pido. Pido picks it up. Pamboy. They get the switch here again. Himpayan. Go back to Pamboy Raimundo. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Raimundo to Pido. Trying to find a way through. Stepped on the line. Terrific defense from Arenal.
I didn't see a lot of intention there on that offensive set for Biñan. They were just passing that ball back to each other, pero wala naman talaga nangyayari sa opensa nila. They didn't have the defense moving. And so that's why Biñan created that turnover.
Muntis ang layup ni Art de la Cruz. Here comes Biñan. Pido challenges the defense of Arenal, and that's another basket and one para sa Biñan.
The fearless drive on the fast break here para kay JJ Pido. Pushing the basketball. Didn't mind RJ Arenal. Took off a little bit early. But he used this to get that foul and basket.
You know, let's go to Sidney Crespo.
Javi, you're right, no? Coach Boyet is not counting out the firepower of the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys, especially when it comes to their quickness. He pointed out that although they have more veterans and the Cowboys are a younger team, it means they need to slow down the Cowboys game. Knowing Coach Louie Gonzalez, sabi rin ni Coach Boyet that this will be a very physical game. So hindi pwedeng maging flat ulit ang kanilang simula like what they did versus Quezon. He takes the blame for that though, and he's trying a different starting unit this time. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Sid. Ketevis with a jumper.
Oh,
And a sportsman-like foul on JJ Pido. Was it an unsportsmanlike foul?
that
It
was
looks
the
like-
initial signal.
Yeah.
You know, when Coach Boyet told Sid about, you know, trying to keep up with the physicality here of Ilagan, I'm sure he did not mean to commit these kinds of fouls. Well, we're gonna have to see that in the replay kung ano talaga yung nangyari dun. That was off ball. Yeah, aside from the battle on the floor, this really is a nice coaching battle between two great head coaches, head coach Boyet Fernandez, head coach Louie Gonzalez. Yeah, both of these coaches have seen different levels of Philippine basketball throughout their careers.
Referee Jovit Okfemia is
Upon review, it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Unsportsmanlike
On
foul
number
on
77,
JJ
JJ
Pido.
Pido, his first foul.
and Art de la Cruz will go to the line for 2 free throws. Let's check out the replay here.
Ayun.
Yun, yung kanang kamay.
There was a swing towards the abdomen of Art de la Cruz. Although di naman ganun kalakas, but still, not a basketball play coming from JJ Pido.
2 for 2 for Art. Eight to 6 ang ating score. 4 minutes gone by in this ball game. Art de la Cruz looking for Ketevis. 8 seconds to work with for the Cowboys. That's a foul on Pido.
He's having a lot of trouble trying to go through the multitude of screens here by the Cowboys.
And that next foul will put Ilagan to the free throw line every time a foul happens. Giab. Oh, nice inbound play there from the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. They do have a lot in their bag.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alam mo yan, si Coach Louie, marami talagang place na baon yan. Minsan, iba-iba yan for every game eh.
And JJ Pido ginanahan. A strong drive from JJ Pido.
Oh, over and back. Art de la Cruz and JJ Pido getting into it here early.
Will they try to challenge this? As we check out this play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet.
It's a nice inbound play, Josh Giab. And who knows the system of Coach Louie more than Josh Giab on this roster?
And JJ Pido was down on the floor and he was asking, Pablo Raimundo asked for a
Review.
review. Tingnan natin. So early goings ng ating laro and mapapadalas ang ating mga referees dun sa kanilang screen, sa kanilang monitor.
And nasabi na kanina ni Sid that this is going to be a physical game between these two squads. Ilagan, obviously, that's their identity. And Biñan, di rin naman sila magpapatalo in that sense.
Referee Jovit Okfemia is back sa kay Miguel Perey. What's going to happen here?
Warning on Biñan to Takjel, number 77, JJ Pido for delaying the game. Warning on number 19, Art de la Cruz for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Akala ko naman kung ano nangyari.
Delay of game, warning on JJ Pido. And sportsmanlike behavior on Art de la Cruz. Both. A warning.
You see here, ayan o, parang tinapik niya eh. Tapos parang inulit ni Art yung ginawa ni JJ Pido sa kanya. And then,
Matawa talaga to si JJ eh, no?
yeah, if you know his basketball career doesn't pan out, I think he has a future in comedy.
Comedy or basta pagiging artista. Acting.
Marami naman siya matulong na makukuha kay Ronnie Alonte siguro.
Oo, tutulungan yan. Bibigyan ng break.
Diba? Marami nagsisimula dyan sa extra lang sa mga movies.
Oo, Big Mac.
Mismo.
Diba?
Si Big Mac, big time na ngayon.
Kaya nga, nag-birthday recently eh. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Big Mac.
There's Pamboy Raimundo. Ryan Sowal for 3. Short. Himpayan with the offensive rebound and the putback is good para kay Jaymar Himpayan.
Suwal was one of the reasons why Biñan was able to cut down that 18-point deficit they were staring at heading into the halftime break by just 11 in the third quarter. It did not play the entire first half.
Gab Gomez finds the door shut there. Giab. Nina. Offensive foul on Josh Giab.
That's a good sharp call by referee Jovi Tokfemia. Definitely movement of the hip as soon as he made the handoff.
Palitan ng tao dito, J.R. Olegario and Makoy Marcos coming in for Galiano and Alan Mina.
This is going to be an explosive backcourt partnership between Ryan Suwal and Renzo Subido. Expect these two guys to really pour on the buckets para sa Biñan.
Here's Suwal against Gab Gomez. Offensive foul on Ryan Suwal.
When Coach Louie was building this team, the profile of the players that he was picking always had to have the trait of becoming a pest defensively. And Gab Gomez certainly fits that profile.
Also, J.R. Olegario, Makoy Marcos.
Mismo.
Hey, Gab was wide open there. Makoy. Nabantay ni Peña Redondo. That's J.R. Olegario trying to get past Subido. The kick out to Giab. Art swings it over to Makoy. That's a travel.
I think, you know, this is a guy that's still trying to find his way in the system of Coach Louie Gonzalez. But when he gets the hang of it, Makoy Marcos is certainly going to be a good contributor para dito sa Cowboys.
Although nandun si Makoy with Coach Mixon. No, they run the same system at Muntinlupa. So,
pero ano eh, according to my driver chart, nag-usap daw sila ni Coach Louie, medyo nahihirapan pa rin daw si Makoy sa sistema ngayon eh.
I can't believe.
Diba? Grabe yung inside information, di ba?
May nakakwento pa si Coach Louie kay Chart.
Iso.
Kaysa sa'yo.
Iso.
Iba.
Iba yung conversation ni Coach Louie sa akin. Iba yung conversation ni Coach Louie sa driver ko.
Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito. Foul on Giab. That's two quick ones on Josh Giab.
If there's one thing Tristan Hernandez does so well, it's really getting bad position in the middle of the paint. Oh. This is gonna be a long game.
Yes. Sinabi mo pa. And alam mong gutom sa panalo. Itong dalawang kupunan na to.
Because obviously coming into this season, these two teams have high expectations for themselves. As you take a look at our technical head there, George Maxino, they pieced together some strong players on their squad and they expect nothing but the best para sa kanilang mga kupunan dito.
Although to be fair, when it comes down to credentials and reputation, Biñan has the edge.
For sure.
On paper. Big edge on paper with the way the lineup was constructed. Pero syempre dito, carefully picked din naman itong pagpili sa composition ng lineup ng Ilagan Isabela Cowboys.
Dito kasi sa Biñan, obviously the experience, di mo na matatawaran yan. Very accomplished players on this roster. But itong Cowboys naman, a lot of up-and-coming young talent that's waiting to prove themselves at this level.
It's been quite a long first quarter.
And we still have under 4 minutes to play.
Big boy at the line. That's the first one to drop. He's come a long way from his days with Bulacan.
Indeed.
Hindi na siya big boy ngayon.
Ano na ba tawag sa
Slim boy na siya.
Slim boy, yeah. He's definitely trimmed down.
14-8. Alan Santos and Mark Dyke enter the game for the Cowboys. Marcos, Olegario, Gomez, Dyke, and Santos ang lima para dito sa Ilagan. Alan Santos. Gab Gomez is free for three. In and out. Rebound by Himpayan.
Despite being one of the more undersized power forwards here in the league, J-Mark Himpayan has always been one of the best rebounders dito sa MPBL.
There's a switch here. Peña Redondo loses the handle. Olegario is ahead. The kick out to Gomez. They wait for Dyke. Dyke will fire a three. It's good. Mark Dyke coming off a double-double performance.
I think many people forget that he can hit that shot.
That's true. A three in transition and a wide open lane as well. Ibang klaseng kumpiyansa kay Mark Dyke.
And you know, if you're Coach Louie, you love that you're seeing the confidence now galing kay Mark Dyke compared to the start wherein ang dami pang indecision eh.
The foul on Big Boy Hernandez. Alan Santos yan eh. This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Ganda din yung pag-pull back ni J.R. Olegario doon.
I agree. That's great composure coming from
Unsuccessful challenge for Coach Boyet Fernandez. Tignan natin yung nangyari dito. There was enough contact according to the referee.
But according to that replay, I'm not sure where the foul was.
Alan Santos at the line gets the first one to drop.
Parang nangyari pa nga doon, medyo umiiwas si Hernandez doon kay Alan Santos.
He may have pulled the chair on Alan Santos, but Santos goes 2 for 2, 14-13 is the count. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the first period. Carlo Lastimosa and Mike Maestre are in the game. Maestre, binigay kay Renzo Sabido. I want to go to Carlo Lastimosa here. Good denial. Suwal for three. Good. A lot of attention on Carlo Lastimosa, but Ryan Suwal Knocks down to 3.
Quick trigger there. That's a good setup. Instead of going to Carlo Lastimosa and forcing the issue, he was heavily covered.
Gomez will try to answer. Oh, wow.
This is a set that they love to run. An elevator for their shooter on the weak side. That time it was Gab Gomez, the beneficiary.
17-16, great execution by both teams. Let's see if Biñan can answer here. We're tied at 16. Lastimosa against Marcos. Carlo, last touch. And shot clock also expiring on Biñan.
Well, I'm sure McCoy Marcos definitely relishing the experience of guarding his senior in CSB. 2 different generations of Blazers. Magkabantayan dito. That's a foot on the line by Ryan Suwal.
This time here, klaro-klaro 3 points talaga para kay Gab Gomez. Illegal pick on Mark Dyke.
A lot of fouls being called in this game.
You expect that.
For sure, yeah. I mean, you know, both of these teams are really going to try to get under the skin of each other.
Subido. Trying to find Hernandez sa ilalim. Last touch ni Maestre, another turnover.
And it's going to be so hard to execute those kinds of pocket passes going up against the Cowboys.
Those quick hands. Daming kamay ito. Bagsak si Olegario. Drop hit. Papasok siya sa loob ng paint. Alan Santos has it. Will pull up the jumper from Alan. No.
Kanina pa itong dalawang to eh.
It's getting heated here.
As soon as Maestre checked in, he and Mark Dyke have really been going at it.
And Dyke has to be careful though. He already has a foul. Alan opted to take the shot and oh, okay. That's where the and Dyke definitely did not like that. It was a headlock.
Exactly, yeah. But if
I
you're
could say
Mark Dyke,
it's a loose ball foul
it is.
and probably a warning on Mike Dyke.
If you were Mark Dyke, you know, you should be able to keep your composure despite stuff like that. You know that you have a lot of value to this team coming off the bench tonight, but you know, sometimes you start, you're gonna have to be able to control your emotions because a lot of the teams will really come after you with those kinds of plays. They're gonna try to get into your head and make sure you're out of the game.
You know what I like about this game so far, Javi? They're not taking any possession for granted.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Parang feeling ko, parang every time down the floor, it's the last play of the game.
Tama ka dyan. We're all knotted up at 16 apiece here. Di pa nga tapos ang ating first quarter dito. Every possession has been very hard fought by these two teams.
Upon review, unsportsmanlike foul on number 29, Mike Maestre's first. Technical foul on number 28, Mark Dyke for unsportsmanlike behavior, second infraction. Second foul
so
on Mark Dyke.
Because of the warning earlier on Mark Dyke, that's a technical on him.
Yes. Tapos yung headlock, yun yung tinawagan ng unsportsmanlike. Galing kay
What
Mike
is the
Maestre.
what's the order here though?
The technical should come first.
The technical should come first and then 2 free throws plus
Yes.
ball possession for
Ilagan.
Ilagan.
A technical free throw should really come first.
Okay. I did some reporting, some investigative journalism, Javi. So, tama.
Pero tama naman yung hinala natin. Eh, ganun naman talaga dapat eh.
But there was a bit of confusion earlier. So, now Mark Dyke is at the line. He's got 2 fouls already.
Our referees should do a better job of really communicating the sequence earlier.
And quicker.
Yes, you know, they know best here. So sila dapat ang talaga nag-i-insist kung ano talaga mangyayari right away.
Dyke at the line. 1 for 2 for Mike Dyke. 4 points in the ball game. We're tied at 17. 54.8 seconds remaining. And
Kita mo naman yung mga reserve ng Biñan tatak dyan, oh.
Dami. Dami ng roster nito din yan.
Yeah, actually, I think they're up to almost 30 ata or more than.
Oh, Alan Santos with a move. A battle for the rebound, and Alan Santos with a putback to give Ilagan the lead.
Well, Ilagan really wanted to have Alan Santos because of his tenacity on the offensive glass and the way that he plays defense, always very intense.
A poor pass para kay Olegario, but recovered by Marcos. They go back to Alan Santos. Dyke, he'll fire a 3. No. And plenty of time para dito sa Biñan. 10 seconds. Lastimosa goes on the attack. Lastimosa with a teardrop, and he banks it in.
Professional scorer, Carlo Lastimosa.
What a finish to this first quarter. A hard-fought first quarter is in the books. And we are back where we started. Tied game, 19 apiece. It's been physical, it's been intense. And we're seeing some quality basketball from both teams. Mark Dyke hitting the 3 here. And on the other side, Ryan Suwal also hitting from the outside. Great execution on both sides of the floor. And the hard work from Alan Santos here. That tip in, giving Ilagan its 19th point, but Biñan also at 19 at the end of 1.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas, 50 tayo, 50 si MB. Kahati mo si Manny.
Welcome back to the MPBL. Be sharp and be ready. Yan ang hinihingi ni Coach Louie Gonzalez mula sa kanyang Cowboys tonight. He wants his guys to be relentless and connected dahil paalala niya, galing rin sa talo ang home team. He also emphasizes their commitment to contesting every inch of the perimeter. Gusto niya yun, relentless defensive pressure this time. Mas malayo ang tira ng Biñan, mas okay para sa kanila. After his first 4 games as a head coach, not an analyst, Coach Louie reassures that he's taking it all in, learning from every game. Mas focus daw siya sa bigger picture kesa sa last play. What do you think, Sidel Javi?
Thank you so much, Sid. And it's nice to, it's a refreshing report to say the least because of Coach Louie's insight to the game. And that's really the personality of Coach Louie being translated by these Cowboys to the floor.
Correct. I certainly agree.
And ang maganda sa kanya, although he's, of course, gusto niya manalo, but he knows he's building something here for the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys as Mark Dyke scores inside the paint. 6 points for him.
Yan naman si Coach Louie, ever since I knew him, he's always been looking at the bigger picture. He's not in it for just the small wins. Of course, he wants those small wins along the way, but he knows that even if marami silang pagkakamali na makuha at the start, alam niya na necessary ito for the bigger goals that they will have in the future.
Hang-time move para kay Carlo Lastimosa. That's 6 straight points for him. Oh. Offensive foul on Alan Mina, a little out of control there. Back-to-back possessions for the Cowboys, back-to-back turnovers for Allen.
And ito ang isa sa mga roadblocks na makikita ng Ilagan. As you take a look at this play, Carlo Lastimosa breaking free from the defense and floating it up over the smaller J.R. Olegario. And then here, earlier, Lastimosa getting another one in the lane. Back-to-back hits from the former King Blazer in the NCAA. Going back to what I was saying about Ilagan, you know, these are one of the things that they're gonna face. Ito yung sa mga hardships na makikita nila going up against experienced teams like Biñan, how to be able to keep their composure under pressure.
Maestre. Ruto Subido launches the three that's off. Gab Gomez with a rebound.
That's a spot he's always deadly in, that left wing.
Ketevis. Back to Art. De La Cruz for three. Short. Sual with a rebound. Here's Sual. Always ready to shoot. Maestre gets the ball in traffic and finishes up top.
Somehow, someway manages to find an opening there, squeaking past the defense, Mike Maestre, even though he had Christian Pajarito wide open on the left wing.
Mark De La Cruz, 5 on the shot clock. Alan Mina drives. Great defense by Subido. De La Cruz has to fire. Shot clock violation on Ilagan.
That's nice stand defensively para sa Biñan.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet.
A tough pass, getting it to 3 white shirts in the lane. And Maestre doing the rest there.
Joshua Ramirez and Josh Giab are in the game. Lima sa loob for Ilagan. Ramirez, Giab, Mina, Ketevis, and De La Cruz. Pamboy Raimundo, Mike Maestre, Lastimosa, Christian Pajarito, and Kenny Rucacurva. Lastimosa with a jumper. Good.
He's feeling it right now. 9 points in the game para kay Carlo Lastimosa. When he gets into a groove like that, it's so hard to stop.
27-21. Biñan has outscored Ilagan 8-2 in the second quarter. Giab. Atakin ang depensa ni Pajarito. That won't count.
That's a poor foul given up by Christian Pajarito. No, I don't think that shot should have counted. Definitely on the ground. But Coach Louie obviously thinks otherwise. A really poor foul given up by Christian Pajarito.
Oh, it will count.
Okay.
Baka hindi na nababasa. Hindi na siya nag-dribble after niya na. After nakita niya yung contact.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that will get consideration for that.
But again, going back to what I was saying about Pajarito, he was right in front of Josh Giab. All he had to do was just move his feet. That's lazy defense coming from Christian Pajarito.
Babawi si Christian sa'yo, Habi.
Dapat lang.
27-24, Rucacurva has entered the game. Kenny drives right at Giab. That's number 3 on Josh Giab.
If you're Coach Boyd Fernandez, you want nothing more than for Kenny Rucacurva to be aggressive right when he gets the basketball for the first time in this game. Did not even have to warm up.
His free throws brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Well, he had to warm up on his shot though, missing on the first free throw there. And that's a good attack coming from Kenny Rucacurva right away, going to the basket and challenging the defense. One of the top scorers so far this season for Biñan, almost 11 points per game.
Art De La Cruz, Alan Mina. 28-24, 4-point lead for Biñan. Bola ng Ilagan. Ramirez fires a 3. Good. Joshua Ramirez.
That's a tough look. Amazing shot right there by Ramirez. Hand in his face no problem coming out of the flex offense initiated there by the Cowboys.
Lastimosa. The kick out to Kenny Rocacorva. Could not get that one to drop. Bola ng Ilagan.
Yeah, that was last touch on Maestre. Rocacorva, although he got an open look, had a little hitch on his shot. That's why that he left it short.
The 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. That's Joshua Ramirez nailing the three. Good pass na kay Sean Kitevis. Here's Kitevis. Art de la Cruz wants a clear out on that side of the floor. Art finds Joshua Ramirez again. Too strong on the three. Here's Pamboy Raimundo. Oh, foul away from the ball. Bagsak si Joshua Ramirez. This is a spicy affair.
Indeed. I expected such anyway. I knew that this was going to be a very heated matchup.
And both teams not giving an inch here.
Always a pleasure to cover these kinds of games, especially with you.
Playoff vibe.
Yes.
Buti nga ikaw eh. At least hindi si ano eh.
It's Chris Aluanzon.
Oo, at least hindi eh. Alam ko na yan kasi sa Lunes kung may kasama kami, kawawa na naman ako. Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito. Oh, Joshua Ramirez.
Now he was impeding the progress right there of Kenny Rocacorva, who was really trying to run the length of the floor and make himself available for what could have been a good dump pass to the right side.
Yeah, but bumagsak si Joshua Ramirez, but there was a play here on the other side na nakita kasi mahaba yung ano eh, yung replay.
Yeah, so definitely this is not just going to be a regular foul.
Number 8, Joshua Ramirez's first foul.
Oh, just a regular foul. Okay, so no unsportsmanlike foul. I was expecting at least kahit may warning eh.
Doon sa kay Joshua Ramirez.
Still trying to figure out yung timpla ng tawag dito ng mga referees natin. Ha?
So 1-point game, Carlo Lastimosa. Drives right at Kitevis. The spin from Carlo, short this time. Mina is ahead. Mina launches the three. It's good. The Cowboys are back in the lead, 30-28.
Good recognition from Ilagan, getting it to their sharpshooter, Alan Mina. All he needs is a little space to launch it.
Well, he stepped into that three. It's a bit of a semi-transition three-pointer there. Here's Fajarito, well defended. Shoots over De La Cruz, no good. Rebounding Art. Art having trouble with the basketball. He recovers. Kitevis will set the play. We'll go to Giab. Art De La Cruz for three. No. Rebound Kenny Rocacorva. Rocacorva, full head of steam.
That's a block, yes.
Basket plus the foul on Kenny Rocacorva.
When you're on transition defense, there is nothing scarier than a Kenny Rocacorva going downhill with a full head of steam.
Basta nakabuelo si Kenny. And always seems to be under control, Kenny Rocacorva.
Yeah, despite the speed, no? Alan Mina did not have time to establish position there. And Mina wanted a charge.
Is it going to be a challenge?
It seems to be that way.
Ilagan is the Cowboys is challenging the last foul on Alan Mina.
Yun na nga. Huminging ang challenge si Coach Louie.
Yeah, but I really don't think that he had time to establish 2 feet. Pero makikita natin yan sa mamaya sa replay.
So, We have a tied game. Oh no, 31-30 lamang ang Biñan. We will be right back for the result of this challenge.
And that's why it's going to be a blocking foul still.
No, I was right. It's 30 all. Sorry. Pagtingin ko sa taas,
Scoreboard
31-30.
31
Oh.
kanina eh.
So 31-30 now. Ilagan already in penalty here in the second quarter. They again, lagi nasa penalty itong Ilagan. Nina, Josh Giab, Art de la Cruz, as Waray Himpayan. Contact away from the ball. That's a lot of fouls away from the ball. I gotta wonder now. I gotta see that again. Kung saan ang foul.
Yun na nga eh. That's why sinabi ko kanina, hindi ko rin ma-figure out pa kung anong timpla ng tawag dito ng mga referees natin. Kasi minsan makapal, minsan manipis eh. That's why if you're the coaches here, talagang malilito ka.
Because that's a turnover there.
Yes, exactly.
That's a turnover. So, you know, you sort of need to see it again from our side. Diba? Pamboy, bigay kay Fajarito for 3. It's good. Christian Fajarito.
That's great two-man game on top by Biñan, finding Fajarito wide open. Missed coverage for the Cowboys there.
There's Galliano. And ball tapped by Kitevis. Last touch on him.
Galliano just drove to the left without any knowledge of what he was about to do with the rock. See here, they converged on Pamboy Raimundo. At late doon, challenge si Art de la Cruz. Did not even get his hand up anymore.
Pamboy Raimundo. Nabatay ni Ramirez. They go to Fajarito against De La Cruz. There's a double T. Fajarito shoots over De La Cruz. Stopped by the Cowboys. Art de la Cruz to Galliano. He'll fire
That's a foul.
That's a
yes.
foul.
Definitely a foul.
Sumabit si Peña Redondo and Galliano.
And Coach Boyd Fernandez is furious on the sideline because he wanted an offensive foul against Art de la Cruz.
And that was para masyado mabilis ang nangyayari dun eh. As Galliano gets the first free throw to drop.
He thought that De La Cruz was setting an illegal screen to get Galliano open. Kaya na-delay rin eh. Ito si Peña Redondo sa pag-rotate or sa pagsunod kay Joshua Galliano.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL and also of the Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. 7.5 points per game, 6 rebounds. Offensive rebound para kay Giab. And Galliano fires a 3 and it's good.
Well,
You know what's crazy about the last 2 sequences or the last few minutes of this game? 2 teams trading 5-0 runs.
and for Joshua Galliano, a personal 5-0 run for himself here to get Ilagan to lead by 1 point here.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo! 50 si MD! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Commissioner Kenneth Durandez, Head of Operations, Emer Oreta, in attendance dito sa Alonte Sports Arena in Biñan. Of course, mapapanood yung MPBL, especially in games ng Ilagan Isabela Cowboys. Doon sa Ilagan, may sarili silang channel doon sa Polaris. And syempre, we'd like to give a quick shout out sa ownership group ng Ilagan Isabela Cowboys, team owner Gio Diaz, syempre si Mayor J. Diaz na ang ganda yung pag-host sa atin the last time. Board member EJ Diaz, Councilor Jave Diaz, Councilor Mods Diaz, and syempre Governor Rodito Albano of Isabela, and Boss Ricky Lagi. Andun lahat sila sa Ilagan, nanonood ng game na to, and I'm sure ang halos ng buong city of Ilagan nakaabang at nakatutok sa laro natin ngayon. 35-34, Pajarito takes it in, putback is good.
Fajarito has been going to work here in the second quarter para dito sa Biñan. And he has not found much resistance by the Ilagan Cowboys here.
Art De La Cruz with a jumper. No. Galliano with a rebound. Giab on the swing. Josh Giab knocks down the 3.
He has dramatically improved that three-point shot. Ito si Josh Giab.
8 points in the ball game for Josh Giab. Ilagan up by 2. Pajarito relocates short on the 3. Olegario quickly to Gomez. JR gets it back inside. Giab atake, trying to drop it off to Galliano. Got a bit too unselfish there. Josh Giab.
They had Art De La Cruz waiting top of the key. Oh, nice pass.
Oh, Pajarito challenged by De La Cruz up top. And
Bully ball right there. Galing kay Christian Pajarito. Nice challenge by Art De La Cruz on the first shot. But he got the offensive rebound. Take a look at it again. Nice pass coming from Kenny Rocacurva. An even more impressive challenge coming from Art De La Cruz. But Pajarito gets his own miss and bullies his way up for 2 points.
Christian Pajarito coming alive here in the second quarter. 7 points and 2 rebounds. On 3 of 6 shooting. He completes the 3-point play. He's got 8 in the ball game. Biñan up by 1, 39-38. Under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Gab Gomez finds Olegario. JR atake sa gitna. Olegario trying to sneak in that layup. Galliano is there for the putback.
Rocacurva has to do a better job of blocking out Joshua Galliano. Galliano has been able to get to the offensive rebound the past 3 possessions right now para sa Ilagan Cowboys.
9 points for Galliano, but Christian Pajarito is waxing hot at the moment. 11 points.
Inside, outside, Christian Pajarito
Giab
has done it.
misses, pero may foul. After you called him out, Javi,
Well, I mean,
it's your fault.
that's what I do. I'd like to see, my younger brothers get their numbers here in this game. It's so nice to see them growing into the players that they are now.
Giab at the line. That's the bounce on the first. And this has been an interesting first half, to say the least.
Correct, yeah. Nangyari rin to kanina kay, kay Ino Combo eh. Pinagsabihan ko rin eh. Tapos yun, the flurry of threes.
Sunod-sunod din, no? 2 for 2 for Giab. We're tied at 42. Santos returns and Giab is into double figures here.
Well-deserved rest right now para kay Josh Giab.
Sobido. Kenny Rukakurva. Rukakurva drives, quick spin. Basket plus the foul.
Wow.
Ganda naman ng move na yun ni Kenny Rukakurva.
Spectacular twirl right there coming from number 88, Kenny Roger Rukakurva. Slight hesitation to try and bait Gab Gomez that he was going right, and then spinning back to his strong side. What an incredible finish by Kenny Rukakurva.
3-point play completed for Kenny Rukakurva, 45-42. Big shout out kay Nicky Rifarial, who's watching from Canada now. Santos to Gomez. 10 seconds to work with. Olegario has yet to score in this ball game. Olegario's trying to find his way inside the paint. Nabitawan ng bola.
Everything but the shot there para kay J.R. Olegario. And that was pretty difficult to try and squeeze his way past the defense. Wizardry with the basketball, just no finish.
That's a foul on Olegario. 2 free throws coming up for Sobido.
And that's the problem sometimes, with JR. When he doesn't get his way, yung frustrations na pupunta sa depensa eh. He gives up unnecessary fouls. Especially right now, you're in the penalty. You know that you're over the limit right now. And yet, you give up these kinds of personals.
So foul. Gotta be a bit more quicker here. With
There's been a lot of
decisions.
confusion in this game.
Two free throws for Renzo Subido.
2 free throws for Renzo Sobido. They're asking for a technical.
Yeah, because Coach Louie and JR obviously weren't very happy with the call. Coach Boyet is on the floor right now asking for that tech.
Two for 2 para kay Renzo Sobido. And Biñan is back up by 5 here. Art de la Cruz. Alan Santos. Olegario fires a 3. That is short.
Oh,
Been a lot of calls here, and a whistle going against the Cowboys.
wow. I mean, I've just been a lot of calls in this game that have been in a lot of question.
Coach Louie has been warned. Rukakurva at the line. Parang combination of a lot of things na to.
Yes.
Yung kay Coach Louie, 48-42. 2 for 2 for Kenny. And Biñan slowly but surely building a lead here. It's up to 7. 8 seconds remaining in the half. Another offensive foul.
Illegal screen, I think, was set there by Alan Santos. Coach Louis is really not having it right now. Oh, we're gonna have to take a look at what happened there. Tingnan natin yung nangyari. Watch Alan Santos. He set that screen there.
Oh my!
That wasn't a foul. That should have been a flop, actually.
Oh my!
That wasn't an illegal screen. Not at all. He set his 2 feet, had his arms crossed on his chest, but there was no extension, there was no movement. It was Jmar Gimpayan who committed the flop there.
But it's been that type of game, you know.
Yeah, you know.
And the
both
referees have to be vigilant here.
Exactly. They have to be much more decisive in trying to decide which fouls are fouls and which fouls are going to be non-calls. Because it's been inconsistent the whole game for both teams. Kaya di rin maintindihan ng bawat koponan kung paano sila didepensa eh. It's tough to play in a game.
Yeah, and the way this Ilagan Isabela Cowboys team plays, they give a lot of back picks.
Yes.
And, you know, sometimes you just got to be stronger.
Exactly.
When they go through those.
And obviously, when you teach your players how to set picks, you really teach them how to be strong and, you know, hard with their bodies. Kasi yun naman talaga ang point eh, para mapigilan mo yung depensa na makadaan. And if they're just there and if it's a solid pick, then that's good. Kung wala namang movement ng katawan, that's a legal pick.
Offensive foul on number 15, Alan Santos. His first foul on number 0, Pamboy Raimundo. His first foul. 14th foul for Biñan Takjel.
Okay, now I don't understand what's happening.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea.
How can Alan Santos and Pamboy Raimundo both be called for fouls?
I honestly have no idea. We'll be right back. .9 seconds remaining in the half. 49-42 lamang ang Biñan. Bola ng Ilagan Isabela. They go to Olegario. Gab Gomez, De La Cruz fires a 3. It's good. What a way to close out the half.
Yeah, that was impeccable execution right there off the timeout coming from the Cowboys.
They will check and review. It clearly was released before the ball.
Lagi mong sinisiguradong patas. Lagi mong inuuna kung anong dapat. Hindi mo kayang malunok ang katotohanang marami pa rin tayong kababayang gutom at walang tahanan. Kaya hindi ka tumigil sa paglaban. Harapin ang kahirapan. Tulungan ang nangangailangan. Basagin ang korupsyon na kanilang nakasanayan. Sa loob at labas, man ng Pinas, bakas na bakas ang iyong tapang puksain ang mga problema ng bansa. Gamit ang lakas, gamit ang isip, gamit ang puso. Kung para sa mamamayang Pilipino, si MP, wala yang sinisino. Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao, 50 tayo. Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 50 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 50 si Manny Pacquiao. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas, 50 ka.
50 tayo. 50 si MP. Kahati mo, si Manny.
First half, Javi.
That was such a long first 2 quarters. I mean, both of these teams really fought hard. It was a high-quality ball game. We ended the first quarter all knotted up at 19 apiece, but in that second quarter, Biñan outscoring itong Ilagan 30-26. You look at the numbers here. Biñan shot 53% from the field. Ilagan not so bad at 42%. But it was the turnovers that, again, have been hurting Ilagan this season. 11 ang agad na bitawan nila in that first half. And that bench of Biñan outscoring Ilagan 40-26 when guys like ito si Christian Pajarito came in, Carlo Lastimosa, the offense of Biñan started to hum. Carlo Lastimosa took over early in the second quarter, and then Christian Pajarito went to work to close it out.
Joshua Guia with 10 points. Josh Galliano has 9. Art de la Cruz with 7. Mark Dyke with 6. And Pajarito came off the bench. Really gave Biñan a spark the second quarter. And so was Carlo Lastimosa. So, ang ganda ng palitan ng scoring dito, Javi.
Yeah, even Keniro Kakurva actually also para sa Biñan. Both he and Lastimosa have 9 to backstop Pajarito's 11.
Intisian, rebound ni Arenal. Hernandez missing from point-blank range. Galliano, Arenal, De La Cruz, Kitevis, and Mina ang 5 sa loob for the Cowboys. Galliano underneath. He's fouled.
Now, he's been the guy that Biñan has had a tough time of trying to defend in this game. Ito si Joshua Galliano.
And even tracking him down for offensive rebounds.
Exactly. He's always beating his man to the spot.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. One for 2 for Joshua Galliano.
I wonder how he maintains that kind of hairstyle.
Gusto mo subukan?
Hindi talaga kaya eh.
Martin Gozum din no?
Oo.
They go down low to Himpayan. Kicks it out. JJ Pido for 3. Missed everything. A push on Big Boy Hernandez.
Foul on number 4, Big Boy Hernandez is second.
Pangalawa na yan on Big Boy Hernandez. Second team foul on Biñan.
Coach Boyet is frustrated. Carlo didn't pick up Galliano right away. He wanted full court pressure right away from the Tatak Gel.
Kitevis to Galliano from the corner. Bitawan ni Josh. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. SQ fires short. Galliano is there. No good on the tip-in. Well defended by Himpayan. Balik sa Biñan ang bola. Raimundo. Binigay kay Big Boy. Back to Pamboy. JJ, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pido in the lane. Banks it in, plus the foul.
JJ Pido was struggling to stay in the game in the first half. Had that scuffle with Art de la Cruz. But now, able to get an opportunity here to score. Shot clock winding down, driving middle, beat his man to the spot. Was able to hang in the air just as long for him to fish that foul.
Five-point lead for Biñan. Make that 6. Macmac Cardona, Vice Mayor Jel Alonte, and Kobe ng Pinas. Jonah Jacob. Line-up yata si Jonah, no?
Yeah, he is. Pero hindi pa yata siya nagsusuit up this season. Oh, that's
foul on Carlo. Foul on Carlo sa ilalim na on the discard on Josh Galliano.
Okay, so now I understand why Josh Galliano has been getting a lot of these loose balls. Carlo Lastimosa has not been making a lot of effort to chase him down. Kaya madalas napapailing si Coach Boyet pag nakakuha ng offensive rebound or loose ball. Ito si Josh Galliano.
Inside, bank shot para kay Art de la Cruz. That won't drop. Himpayan. Gets it to Pamboy. Raymundo. Namatay ni Art de la Cruz. They want to go to Jamar Himpayan against Galliano. Pamboy gets it back. Raymundo, the fade away. Blocked by Galliano. Agawan sa loose ball, ends up with Pido. Turnaround shot. That won't go. Ball is loose. And that will go back to Biñan.
Well, I thought that possession by Biñan could have been better if more people touched the ball, but it was only Pamboy Raymundo who held it after Jamar Gimpayan, and that ball only stuck on the right side of the floor.
JJ Pido. Trying to break down the defense of De La Cruz. Big boy Hernandez with a jumper. That won't drop. Galliano with a rebound. Arenal is ahead of the pack. And RJ Arenal lays it in for two.
Cristian Hernandez right away apologizing to his bench. That was his man. He was late to come back down on defense, and Arenal took advantage of it.
Pido, atake, JJ. Big boy, no good. Isa pa, foul on Art de la Cruz.
You love the relentlessness Big Boy Hernandez on the glass.
Check out this assisted game brought to you by 1xBet. Good forward pass to Arenal. Arenal is replaced by Gab Gomez. Hernandez at the line.
And for a moment in this game, Josh Galliano was the X factor para sa Ilagan. But right now, he's the one really carrying this team at this point of the game. Scoring the points, but also defending well and getting those loose balls.
7 points para kay Big Boy Hernandez. Galliano leaves it to Art de la Cruz inside the paint. Art puts it in for two.
Beautiful play right there. Quick handoff in the lane. That's hard to time.
And that's hard to defend as well. Carlo, nakabuelo, Lastimosa, hang time, no good. And the referees letting them play here, especially dun sa mga agawan sa rebound. Check out this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet.
Naipit doon si Jamar Gimpayan. Didn't have time to try and follow Art de la Cruz on that handoff play in the middle of the paint.
Gimpayan inside. Able to score.
He's always had very great touch around the basket. Ito si Jamar Gimpayan. I had the opportunity to play with him before he moved up here to the MPBL. Talagang maganda na talagang work ethic niya as Art de la Cruz gets another bucket there para sa Ilagan.
11 points now for Art de la Cruz. 56 to 52. Pamboy launches the three. Good.
Rare time here that Pamboy Raymundo attempts a shot, but we know how well a scorer Pamboy Raymundo is. You remember his college days with San Sebastian. He formed part of that team that had the Pinatubo trio.
He was the point guard of that team.
And when those guys couldn't get a bucket, they lean on Pamboy to get a shot off para sa kanila, just like here. Gimpayan provides the brush screen, and then they leave Raymundo wide open.
7-point lead para dito sa Biñan. 5.5 minutes to play in the third. Olegario returns. He's still looking for his first basket. J.R. Olegario facing Sean Kitevis. To 52. The count. Lastimosa. Okay, kay Jamar Himpayan. The drive from Pamboy leaves it to Himpayan. The teardrop, no good. The rebound ends up with Pamboy Raymundo.
Ooh,
Goes back the other way, tries to find Big Boy Hernandez, basket plus the foul.
what a very clever heads-up play coming from your lead point guard. You get the offensive rebound first, and then you fool everybody into driving to the basket. You pull it out, and then give it to Big Boy Hernandez.
Big development here for the Cowboys. That's number 4 on Josh Giab. Hernandez completes the three-point play. Lead is at 10. This is the biggest of the game for Biñan. Dyke. Gomez. Pass was a bit delayed. Dyke will drive, attacks the defense, no good. Ball is loose, picked up by Pamboy Raimundo. Biñan with another stop. Estimosa,
Oh.
nice pass to Waray Himpayan.
That went through the needle. What a find there, Carlo Lastimosa. Not usually known for making those kinds of passes, but Biñan will definitely take that.
Giab will pull up. The jumper is good for Josh Giab. Much needed basket for Ilagan.
Giab now with 12 points in this game.
Estimosa. 8 seconds to work with. Carlo, the crossover. The shot, no good. Galliano with the rebound. Galliano will attack. Contact there, and he puts it in off the glass.
And just when Biñan has threatened to extend the lead, Galliano making a play once again para dito sa Ilagan. That's nice concentration after the contact.
It's just hard to put them away. Cowboys. Let's go to Sidney Crespo.
Inside the Ilagan Isabela locker room, Coach Louie delivered a simple yet straightforward speech to his team. He talked about the need to be in sync for this game, knowing that his Cowboys were already unfaced after facing tough opponents. He wanted to see that exact aura on the court. Now with how the first half had played out, sabi ni Coach Louie, save your energy as he is anticipating an equally challenging second half. Sa Delf, Javi?
Maraming salamat. Sid, and it's turning out to be that way.
If you're Coach Louie, you know, despite the lead that Biñan has right now, you're happy that at least you're seeing the effort coming from Joshua Galliano in trying to get your team above water here.
64-57. They've kept Giab on the floor. Roca Curva is back with Sobido, Canaleta, and Pajarito. Sobido is the only player na naiwan na nagsimula ng second half.
This is a very potent offensive unit on the floor for Biñan.
Pajarito misses the three. Giab with the rebound. Olegario pushing. They go to Giab. JR gets it back. Olegario to Ramirez. Giab launches the three. That won't go. Rebound ni Canaleta. We'll go quickly to Pajarito. Giab with 4 fouls.
Oh, that's number 5.
Will it be on Josh Giab?
Yes. That's going to do it.
It was a risk to keep him on the floor.
That's one less guy.
To deal with if you're Coach Boyet Fernandez.
Yeah, and one less guy to guard Christian Pajarito. If you're Coach Luis Gonzalez, Pajarito has been spectacular off the bench tonight. Usually starts para kay Coach Boyet.
His free throws brought to you by Shriwan Appliances, sa subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Solid game so far.
12 points, couple of rebounds. It really helped Biñan in that second quarter during the first half.
So we're back. Bam Lopez comes in. 9-point lead for Biñan. They entered the second half with a 4-point advantage, and now it's up to 9. Gomez. Bam Lopez to Dyke. Ramirez fires the 3. That won't drop. Rebound, Canaleta.
And now the Cowboys firing blanks from the outside after 7 3-pointers in the first half. They have not yet scored from the outside here in the third quarter.
They call a jump ball. May have been deflected by Olegario though. But they regained possession, talking about the Cowboys. They need a bucket here. They go to Santos. Olegario launches the 3. It's good! J.R. Olegario.
Still managing to get the basketball despite the heavy ball denial on him by Renzo Subido. I love the way Biñan was covering that play on the right side, but Olegario able to break away from the defense of Renzo. And here he is though, getting back that basket with a drive inside.
Yeah, beating Joshua Ramirez there on that drive. That's a whistle going against Renzo Subido.
He was really trying to be physical with Olegario after the pass, making it hard for JR to cut towards that right side of the floor. And that's a bad foul because penalty na nga dito ang Biñan. Both teams are actually over the limit at this point.
Olegario misses on the first. Was Joy Forner, architect Simon Mangia there. Dun sa bench ng Ilagan Isabela. Oh, 0 for 2 for JR. 68-60. Bam Lopez. Atake dito. Labas kay Rupa Curva. Canaleta. Pajarito. Mismatch, and he puts it in off the glass. They get caught in those
cross screens, no?
Cross screens, and that has really led to some baskets inside the paint or fouls.
And they don't have their best post defender right now, Josh Giab, to try and stop it. Si Christian Pajarito. They're going to have to deal with him collectively. Mark Dyke, Alan Santos, all of these guys later on, RJ Arenal and Art De La Cruz. You see here, oh, it was a mismatch. Gab Gomez was the one on him. Nothing much he could have done there.
Here's Pajarito for 3. Too strong. Rebound ni Ruka Curva.
That's going to be on Dyke.
He got entangled dun sa paa.
Yes.
Hey, Dyke.
Nobody boxing Kenny Roca Curva out. He had all the space to leap up over everybody. Pero nang paglanding niya, biglang may tao doon. And that was Mark Dyke. And that's the deal with athletic players like Roca Curva. Can't let him have the opportunity to use his athleticism.
Yeah. And Kenny, 2 for 2. 12-point advantage here. It's an important 2 points para dito sa Biñan because they will also start the fourth with possession.
Correct, yes.
Ibang klase itong pag-change up din ni Coach Boyet because you know, a lot of his veterans have been rested for this game. Jeff Chan, Mark Pingris,
Nakba Cardona, Jason Ballesteros.
as Olegario hits his second 3 of the evening.
He gives us a little stare down to Renzo Subido.
72-63.
These two guards going at it really hard.
A foul on Olegario. That's number 2 on JR. Have a look at this one.
Sabido was late coming off the screen. Nice pass from Art de la Cruz on top.
Sabido sinks the first. Nice little battle with
Yes.
JR Olegario.
An up-and-coming talent here in the league versus an ex-PBA player.
Hindi ganun kalaki yung height difference ng dalawang players. Obviously, Sabido a little taller. Makoy Marcos. Roca Curva is there. Para bantayan siya. Santos to De La Cruz. Nice fake by Art. The push shot, no good. Lopez with the rebound. Chance to go for the last shot here for Biñan. Canaleta.
Oh, he thought he was pushed.
That's that one fly, but Roca Curva got that one to go in, and just like that, Biñan with a strong response here in the third period. The highlights of the game are brought to you by Sim Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
It was really tight defensively between these two squads. Obviously, it's been that way the entire game. But in the third quarter, the orchestration of Pamboy Raimundo really gave way to Biñan, making this big run and holding the lead entering the fourth quarter.
13-point lead for Biñan as we go into the fourth.
Para sa 100% pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100% Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MD! Hati mo, si Manny!
This fan of the game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We're back at the Alonte Sports Arena in the city of Biñan, Laguna. Let's give a quick shout out kay idol mo, Kaiser Galvez.
Oh, Boss Kaiser.
Vice Mayor Jel Alonte of the city of Biñan, our hosts here. Siyempre si Mayor J. Diaz in Ilagan watching right now. Of course, Gov Rod Albano.
Happy viewing po sa inyo.
Isabela. Putting this team together para may ma-cheer ang mga taga-Isabela, ang taga-Ilagan.
Tsaka siyempre, sayang naman yung napakagandang arena nila doon.
Siyempre, babalik tayo doon this month. Next month. Pajarito, the turnaround. That's wild.
Important for Ilagan to really have a good start here offensively. Take a look at the quarter scoring after allowing itong Biñan Tatak Gel to score 30 in the second quarter. They allow 27 points in the third quarter. Ilagan only managed to score 18 points in that third quarter after going for 26 in the second period. So high time for them to be able to adjust on both sides of the floor. They were simply outworked, and I think their emotions got the better of them. Trying to fight through those non-calls. They have to be able to be focused here in the fourth quarter. Tandaan nila, sila ang humahabol dito.
Olegario gets the steal. He'll fire a three. No. Rebound ni Roca Curva. 76-63 is the count. Both teams have yet to score in the fourth. Roca Curva, there's a double team. Canaleta is free. Tapos, rebound ni Makoy Marcos. Quickly to Olegario. JR. They'll fire. No good. That's back-to-back misses from JR Olegario, and Sabido will try to slow things down for Biñan. Enzo gets it back. He'll try a three himself. Right in the face of JR Olegario.
This is how you do it, says Mr. Sobido.
16-point lead for Biñan, biggest lead of the ball game. De La Cruz. Binigay kay Alan Mina. Back to Art. Allen takes the shot and knocks it down.
About time for Alan Mina to start scoring again para dito sa Ilagan Isabela Cowboys.
Offensive foul on Renzo Sobido.
It was also in the second half where Allen lit it up for the Cowboys against the Pangasinan Heat Waves. So Coach Louie expecting the same here as they're down still here early in the fourth quarter. A nice face-up jumper right there. Those two guys, De La Cruz and Alan Mina, they need more production coming from those two guys.
That's the offensive foul on Sobido. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Kanyang pagyaw. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas.
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Babalik ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. In Biñan, Christian Fajarito providing much needed scoring punch off the bench para dito sa Biñan. 15 points and 2 rebounds for Christian Fajarito. And finally, getting his fitness here.
Correct, yeah.
Medyo medyo natagalan yun. Bago na kondisyon ito si Christian Fajarito.
And makikita mo naman by the way he's been playing defense and overpowering his opponents also on offense. Oh, that's a tough shot.
Tough shot para kay Alan Mina. Nabitawan ni Alan Santos and the clock will expire. Shot clock violation on Ilagan.
The crisp movement that we saw offensively galing sa Cowboys in the first half has been lost here in the second half. Credit to the defense of Biñan. Really trying to be physical with them, preventing them from getting into their sets comfortably. Talagang pinapahirapan sila dito.
Raimundo to Fajarito. That's short. Rebound Santos. Bigay kay Galliano. Allen to Art De La Cruz. Alan Mina. Nag-alanganin yung paso doon from Allen. Galliano. Trying to attack the defense of Maestre. Gets into the lane. The turnaround shot won't go. Everything but the bucket there.
Indeed, nifty fake right there galing kay Josh Galliano.
There's Pamboy Raimundo. Will fire. Too strong. Rebound ni Canaleta. Balik sa labas kay Pamboy. And if I'm Biñan, I'd attack here. Early.
A lot of guys in foul trouble already dito sa Ilagan.
The way they're playing, it's like they're trying to protect the lead rather than extend the lead.
Well, I think they're aware that if they try and quicken up the pace, it might favor the Cowboys.
Tama. That's right.
So Coach Boyd Fernandez instructing his players to go late into the shot clock.
There's Galliano. Taka si Josh. Jumper is good. Pero kay Josh Galliano, the lead is down to 12.
Now, he's no stranger to being one of the main guys offensively. Galliano was a star player in college before he went to the MPBL. And right now with the Cowboys, given the opportunity to be one of their leading scorers, especially in this game.
Galliano with 13 in the game. Nabitawan ni Maestre. Shot clock down to 2. Canaleta launches. Galliano on the move, natapik. Ni Roca Corva comes up with the steal.
Magandang bawi yan para sa Biñan. Because the problem with getting late into the shot clock para sa Biñan is you're forced into low quality shots, and that you don't want that, because the more shots you put up like that, the more opportunities naman para dito sa Ilagan na bawasan yung kalamangan. But if you get shots like that, galing kay Kenny Roca Corva, din walang problema.
15 points for Roca Corva off the bench. Strong outing again for Kenny. Alan Santos banging bodies with Big Boy Hernandez. The drop step from Alan. Tough angle. Rebound ni Kenny.
Nothing really happening offensively once again para sa Cowboys doon. Santos was forced to go one-on-one against Hernandez.
Canaleta, turnaround shot over De La Cruz.
Basic. How many times have we seen that from KG Canaleta over the course of his career?
Absolutely. 83 to 67. Alan Mina launches and hits.
Again, about time that he heats up here. 8 points now in the game para sa kanya. Posibleng-posible pa to para sa Ilagan. Still a lot of time remaining in this game.
There's a double team. It ends up with Canaleta. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Biñan. KG. Canaleta leans in. Bank shot won't go. Rebound ni Galliano. Foul on Maestre. Just the third team foul on Mike Maestre.
Now dito natin makikita where Ilagan's fitness is at, because they're really trying to pour on the pressure right now defensively while trying to push the pace. At ngayon na naghahabol sila, alam mo naman na mas nakakapagod pag naghahabol kayo. So now their fitness will be tested, their conditioning. Let's see how they can sustain this.
Galliano to Olegario. McCoy drives baseline. Ligay kay Galliano. Great defense here from Roca Corva. Marcos for three. It's good. Lead is down to 10 for Biñan. Back-to-back threes from Mina and Marcos, allowing Ilagan Isabela Cowboys to inch closer.
That's a nice little two-man game between Galliano and McCoy Marcos there. Marcos didn't really have an opportunity for a shot, kicked it out to Galliano, and Galliano returned the favor to McCoy Marcos.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Pamboy Raimundo finished with 12 against Quezon in a losing effort, all in the second half.
Well, he really had a long night to deal with the loaded backcourt of the Quezon Huskers.
Pressure here from the Cowboys. Raimundo, 3 points and 3 rebounds and 5 assists. Trying to find a teammate. Steal by Quiteves. Quiteves to Olegario from the corner. Three-pointer, short rebound in Payan. That's a big chance for Ilagan. Dido trying to break down the defense of Dyke. We'll go to Roca Corva. 5 on the shot clock. Roca
That's
Corva.
off Kenny's foot.
The glimmer of hope here. Itong Ilagan.
But they must score on this possession.
They need a bucket. Binalik si Renzo Sobido dito. Oh, got too casual there, J.R. Olegario. Turnover, Ilagan.
He was rushing to release that basketball.
So Bido will get 2 free throws.
Certainly not the type of play that you want, especially you're down 10 right now. You're trying to catch up on the clock. Now you give up a turnover. You give the opportunity for Biñan to extend this to a 12-point lead.
Sean Bautista has been sent in. Homegrown player from Tumawini, Isabela. So Bido sinks the first free throw.
This is a nice window for Bautista to prove his worth to this rotation. If he manages to help Ilagan get to within single digits here, this is going to be a big boost to his stock.
85 to 73. Galliano. McCoy Marcos drives. The bump, no call. Rebound ni Roca Curva. That should do it, because it's a 12-point lead. One stop here again. Subido for 3. No. Rebound ni Mark Dyke. Last 2 minutes here. McCoy Marcos, the off-balance shot. That won't drop. And Roca Curva snares another rebound. 85 to 72. Ilagan just could not buy a bucket here down the stretch. Impayan, 3-second call against Big Boy Hernandez. Coach Louie Gonzalez humingi ng timeout dito. 85 to 72. And we will be right back with Biñan up by 13.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod, 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas,
50 tayo! 50 si MB! Kahati mo, si Manny!
Vice Mayor Jel Alonte of the city of Biñan, Mac Macardon, and syempre Jonah Jacob, Obi ng Pinas. Mark Pingris is there as well. Jason Ballesteros nandun din. Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes. And Head of Operations Emer Oreta on hand as we are in the tail end of this ball game. 85 to 72. Biñan Tatak Gel on their way to a bounce back win. McCoy Marcos. Binigay kay Art De La Cruz. Galliano drives and Galliano lays it in.
And what Ilagan really has to learn here is to make sure they focus on the game. Huwag na sila magpapadala sa mga reklamo sa tawag. Let the coaches take care of the complaining, because whenever the calls or the non-calls are happening, masyado sila nadadala sa emosyon nila. Nawawala sila sa focus sa laro.
Part of the process.
Yes,
kumbaga, para dito sa Ilagan Isabela Cowboys, Galliano rushed the shot, did not secure the rebound. Roca Curva is working on a double-double, 17 points and 11 boards. Pido. Against Ketevis. Almost a steal by Bautista. And Coach Boyet wants to make sure that they get the result here. 40 seconds remaining. There's a timeout for Biñan.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod 15 si Manny. Kanipagyaw. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas
50 tayo, 50 si MB. Hati mo, si Manny.
Back inside the Lonte Sports Arena in Biñan, where the Biñan Tatak Gel on their way to their second win of the season. And doing it in, I think, more than impressive than the win against Pangasinan.
Yeah, I certainly agree. Dahil itong laro na pinakita nila no second half showed a lot more composure, a lot more focus, and a lot more intention in terms of delivering plays. They didn't crumble despite the repeated comeback attempts by Ilagan, and they really stayed steady. Give credit to Pamboy Raimundo for being able to orchestrate really well here para sa Biñan in this game.
Another timeout. This time for Ilagan. 34 seconds remaining. We'll be right back.
Para sa 100%'ong pag-unlad 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong pagbabago 15 si Manny. Para sa 100%'ong paglilingkod 15 si Manny. Kanipagyaw. Para sa 100%'ong Pinas
50 tayo, 50 si MB. Hati mo, si Manny.
Thirty-four seconds remaining. Biñan up by 12 against Ilagan Isabela. Art de la Cruz to Galliano. Josh Galliano in this tip-in is good para kay Josh Galliano.
If there's a positive that they'd like to shine light upon, it's definitely the play of Josh Galliano tonight. 19 points in this game para kay Josh Galliano. 8 rebounds as well as 4 assists.
That's a season high. Last out-of-bounds play.
This has been the case for the entire game, even if they're down and even if it looks like an impending loss para sa Ilagan. Each possession matters para sa kanila.
Coach Louie there. Upon review, it will be Biñan ball. 17 seconds on the shot clock. The game settled down in the second half, Navino.
Yeah.
After the very heated first half.
It was such a tumultuous first half. Longest first half I've ever seen in my life, I must
Talaga?
say.
Di bale, marami pang games. Huwag kang mag-alala. Enzo Subido. That is a foul. Only the second team foul on Ilagan.
And now I think, Coach Boyd can now justify this kind of roster that he has. Winning this game against a quality team despite having most of his veterans out of the active roster.
He did a little something a little
Daring.
drastic yung ginawa ni Coach Boyd dito, and it has paid dividends with this victory. 87-77. The final score, Biñan beating Ilagan Isabela. As Biñan Tatak Gel improves to 2-3. Both wins coming here at home. As Kenny Rukakurva and company with a strong response.
Contribution mo in this game?
Ayun nga yung sinabi ko, gusto na namin magka-momentum para tuloy-tuloy na yung panalo namin and para sa mga Biñan fans dito.
Well, Kenny, this is your chance para bumati at magpasalamat.
Binabati namin si Boss Monching Talisayon, belated kay